going on, YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys, what is your name? Zachary? Zachary Kirkpatrick. Alright, so, he's got the deck that has been requested, and being ninjas that can put up those nice crazy boards. He actually got second place today at the local, so, you know, he's clearly knows what he's doing with the deck, and the deck can actually do some things, so, why don't you go and take it away, man?
Alright, so the main monster of the deck obviously is Hanzo. He's the main searcher. If I don't normal summon him, I'll usually end up special summoning him about 6 times. It really helps clear the deck of ninja monsters so that you can get to the other pieces of the combo that I'll show you in a little bit. Then I only run 2 Upstart Golden Ninja because my first move in the combo is to get out Isolde, and he's pretty much always the first summon because you can ditch a trap card to special summon another ninja monster and then keep going down your combo. Then I run 3 of the Twilight Ninja Jogan. He can special summon himself to the field if you just reveal a Ninjutsu art card. And I run quite a few of those, so I'll usually have him in the hand. Or I can get him in the hand from milling through with Saryuja later in the combo.
Oh, you don't search him at all with Hanzo's?
You can, but you don't always get him in hand. He only gives you the Ninjutsu art card when you
when he's normal
summoned. Yeah. So you do want to try to have enough Ninjutsu art cards to where you can have one in the beginning, but if not, you can always get it later. The Twilight Ninja Kagan, you don't really need him per se, but what I like to do is grab him off Isolde just for the scale, for the pendulum scale. And then if you have everything that you need, you can just use him to pop him off with Heavy Metal Flow's Electromute and then draw a card to grab the other pendulum monsters. Then just one Twilight Ninja Getsuga the Shogun. You only need one because the order of the combo, he'll come up right before you summon Saryuja, and then you can grab 2 ninja monsters from the graveyard when you put them in defense mode, and then keep coming off from there. And then these are to help you get to Isolde faster. So I run 3 Blue Mountain Butterspee, and his effect is just when you normal summon a warrior monster, you can special summon him. He's not really super useful later on in the combo, but if you get him starting out, sometimes you can put up like 3 or 4 monsters right off the bat. And then go right into Isolde or keep commenting on.
Yeah, Blue Mountain Butter Spies used to be played a lot when it was Aqua Dolphin Turbo.
Yeah, and then this guy. So I was having some consistency issues. I was able to get my initial combo going, but then I wasn't able to get into Saryuja very well. So I added 3 of these guys, and his effects you just banish a spell card in the graveyard, and you can special summon him. So he's really great after you summon Isolde, and then you can special summon him, and then you'll have 4 monsters on board with Upstart, Isolde, Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, and this guy, and then you can do the Link 4 for Saryuja and get 4 cards and get a +1. And then another hero to help you get to, another warrior. Another warrior to help you get into Isolde. You can special summon him if you don't have any normal monsters, or sorry, if you don't have any monsters in your monster card zone. And the great thing about him too is if you can't special summon him, you can just normal summon him to activate his effect. You can't normal summon this card, which is kind of ridiculous. But and then this is one of the main cards for the lock.
So your win conditions.
Yeah, one of my win conditions right there. This you can get off of. I'll just show you ahead of time. Ninjutsu Art Super Transformation. So at the end of the combo, you'll have what you need out, and then on the start of their turn, you'll tribute a ninja monster to get him out, and it locks your opponent out from being able to set backfield. So I'll bring him back up in a minute. Then this is Rescue Hamster. I literally just use this as an extender. If you have a bunch of Jogans in your hand, you can special summon them out and do some more link plays with Saryuja or something else, and then grab them back to hand with this if you put it in the pendulum zone. Here's another part of the win condition. His effect is just basically what I use it for is the scale effect. If you don't have any set cards for both you and your opponent, then you can't activate monster effects or conduct your battle phase. So the idea is to have him Dark Simorg, and then an anti-spell fragrance. So they're pretty much just locked out of monster effects and
Monster effects, no spells because you can't set.
because you can't set anything. Yeah, so it can be pretty devastating. Then I run one Sky Striker Hornet Drone, mainly because you can just get to his ult immediately, just from the one card.
Sounds like his old turbo.
Yeah, his old turbo. Exactly. I wish you could run more, but then these are my equip spells. I run a lot, but I use one of them. I run two because it can just be an extender, so it's not the end of the world if I draw two. It is the end of the world, however, if you draw two different named ones, because this old can only ditch equip spells with different names. But, you know, if that happens, you can try.
You ever thought about
run a
the
different
bamboo
combo.
package?
Yeah, I tried it, but it just wasn't consistent enough. And that's what I'll get to later. Draw cards weren't as consistent as I'd like them to be. And here's my Ninjutsu art cards. That's my only spell card that I run. I only use it because what you can do is ditch your trap card in hand with Upstart's effect, and then later on in the combo you can link both two ninjas away to get you Saizo, and he'll set the field spell, and then when you special summon another ninja monster, you can just grab that Ninjutsu art transformation back to your hand. Then these are kind of bricks, but not really, because the deck is consistent enough to at least get the Isolde combo going. I decided to run these. They don't have a whole lot of purpose other than the fact that they're both ninjutsu art cards for the Pendulum Jogan monster, and they're trap cards to be able to ditch for Upstart Golden Ninja. And then of course I run three of these. It's the main trap card that I need to get off the Ninja Lock. And if I can't get into Anti-Spell Fragrance, this also kind of works. Because I only run two Anti-Spell Fragrance, I didn't want to brick, and usually you can draw into it because I go into Star User 3 times, so if I can't draw into it, then at least I can probably get that.
Interesting.
And then,
Well, you ever thought about cutting the Imperial Order for a third anti-spell?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now, after today, especially.
Is that what you got into? You got into Order not anti-spell?
I did once, and he had some trap card that he could activate from hand. It was a Harpies card. I'm not sure what it was called, but it negates monster effects, and so it negated my my Simorg, so he was able to start playing.
A trap card that he can play from his hand against monster effects?
Yeah, it was some Harpy card. I can't remember what it was called.
Harpy's Featherstorm? That's Harpy's Featherstorm,
Is
isn't
that
it?
what that is? Yeah. Yeah. And then this just you use to search Hanzo, or if you draw into it later, you can search the Spell Striker, and then obviously just an
extender.
Yeah. And then for extra deck, I run a Raid Raptor because my idea was if I lose. Well, if I win the first one, and I feel confident enough, I can switch the entire strategy up to more of a stun style. And so I run 3 Waking the Dragons in my side deck and get him out. And then the Utopia cards, again.
But no double or nothing at all.
Well, I do in my my side deck.
Oh.
Yeah, so in case, going, I can change up my strategy a little bit going into the next game. I run one Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Towards the end of the combo, I usually save my Pendulum Summon till last, and I can get out 2 Twilight Ninja Jogans, and I can go into him and then link it away to something else like Unicorn or something, and then that summons out this guy. This really helps. If you have a lot of extenders, you can get this at the end of the combo, and it will protect you from evenly matched. And then Nightmare Unicorn, Heavy Metaphor is Electromite. This is really important to get Performapal Rainbow Magician into your hand, because you can link away your Jogans, get this guy, ditch face-up card, and add the Performapal Rainbow Magician to hand. Then I have Appaloosa. Didn't really need it today. Same thing with the Boral Sword, but they're great to have if you need them. Then the Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. Again, he grabs you the field spell, or if you need it, he can grab you another Ninjutsu Art Transformation card and set it. his effect searches and sets from the deck. And then one of the main MVPs of the deck.
Probably the most important card
Yeah.
in the extra deck.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I use their search effect to get Kagan, only run one, and then you summon out Upstart, ditch a trap card, summon out. Or I'll show you in a second, actually. Yeah, and then one Skystriker Ace Kagari, just for the Hornet drones, because you can get his old combo off just from that. And I was borrowing another Suryuja from a friend today, but I would like to run 3 because you're not able to get to the anti-spell fragrance just from sheer draw power. So this also makes it a little more consistent because having draw cards like Ninjutsu, Art Alchemy, and things like that, it has you sometimes drawn to equip spells, and that can be really devastating because then you can't get off your Isolde combo. So I decided just to try and dedicate to getting out the Isolde first. And then extra, or side deck, 3 Nibiru's. I was really afraid of combo decks today. And some more anti-combo stuff.
More anti-combo.
Yeah. There is an interesting thing that can happen with this if you do have... Since I have it in my deck, you can make it live by siding this in. This just prevents people from summoning light or dark monsters.
Orcus.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody was playing Orcus today, so I guess Greg wanted to come today. But and then Double or Nothing, it makes the Utopia live. I put it in the side deck because I just was drawing into it when I was playtesting, and that would be devastating. Then the 3 Waking Dragons. I mean, it can be a trap card you can ditch for Upstart's effect.
It could be Solemn Judgment.
Yeah, exactly. 2 Evenly Matched. Kind of self-explanatory. Skill Drain. And then 2 Storming Mirror Force. And real quick, the lock that I usually try to end on is I'll have an Anti-Spell Fragrance, Ninjutsu Art, a Form Pal, this guy, and it can be any ninja that you end on, but it's typically like a Twilight Ninja Jogging because I saved my Pendulum Summon for last. But what I'll do is I'll set these 2, play this guy, and he'll be in play, and then I pass. And when they draw a card, you start by activating Anti-Spell Fragrance, and then you just immediately activate Ninjutsu Art of Transformation, ditch this guy, summon this guy from the deck, and then your opponent is pretty much locked out of anything. They can't set cards. They can't activate spell cards unless they set them, and then they can't activate monster effects unless they are able to set cards, which they can't do with Darkstar. And if you draw enough extenders, you can also get the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon out, which is good because this combo gets broken by Evenly Matched, so you're able to negate it. And yeah, that's pretty much the combo.
Shoot. Strong board, guys. Take it from this guy. Maybe this will convince people to play a little bit more ninjas.
Yeah,
and all that.
You can see the full way I get to it from the video that you might upload later.
Yeah, buddy. That's how that works. So, all right. I know you got a baby to go ahead and see, so I'll go ahead and let you go.
All right, man.
Eesh.
Thanks so much for having me.